Yo, what's up, guys? Today I got the 4 best picks for you guys in the WNBA, and we got a couple bonus esports plays at the end. But first up, do me a huge favor, drop a like on this one, because guess what happened yesterday, guys? We went 4 for 4, cashing us out for nearly a 15x winner. Insane stuff, guys. Nobody else is doing it this way. Nobody else is this consistent. And if you cashed out yesterday, we had almost 400 people watch the video. Drop a comment down below. Let me know. We already had my boy John commenting saying, thanks for the 12x win. He commented it on yesterday's video. Of course, we sent out 4 picks in the WNBA and we went 4 for 4. Guys, I'm telling you, it's not just picks that I give it on this channel. It is strategies. It is ways to steal money from these books, because that is eventually the goal at the end of the day. Rob Underdog, rob PrizePicks, rob Rebet, rob Sleeper, Chalkboard, any of these apps. Actually rob them, start taking money out of their accounts and into yours, because that is actually possible if you bet with math, if you bet with strategies, and that is what we teach on this channel. Now, 4 for 4 yesterday in the WNBA, and this is, I recommended you guys put your WNBA 25% booster on it, so you would have gotten 14.75x if you did that. If you already used up the booster, no worries, you got the 12x winner right there on Underdog. Super, super great stuff right there. Now, more things coming, because you guys might be wondering, well, you had another guy, this is another of my friends over on the VIP, commented, you're the GOAT for cashing us out 3 of 3. And you might be like, wait a minute, this wasn't on the YouTube video, right? How are you getting this other cash right here? Well, if you guys didn't get this play, it's because you're not on our free Discord group, because I send out picks on the Discord group every single day. We sent out the 3-man on PrizePicks as a wake and cash play. And guys, if you want to join the Discord group, it's the first link in the comments of this video. It's completely free to join, like I said. And you can just hop in and get plays from me every single day. No reason not to get on there. Play stream, you're my analyst. Super simple, super easy. Hit the link, join up on the Discord. We got almost 2,000 members in there right now and counting. So literally 7-0 sweep yesterday. 3-0 on the Discord play, 4-1 on WNBA picks, on the YouTube picks, and we're going to keep it rolling today. We're going to keep it rolling. And it's not just, by the way, it's not just yesterday. I'm not one of those guys who's really loud about their wins and doesn't talk about their losses. I look at the long term too. And to give you guys an example, look at the last week, for example, the last 8 days. Well, guess what's happened? A $10 bettor has made $160, 161 over on our strategies on the VIP. So basically, if you're a $10 bettor, you have made 16 units in a single week just taking my picks. It is not hard to make money on these apps. All you got to do is learn the methods and then implement them day by day by day. And not bet with your head. Don't bet with emotion. It is literally that simple. And on Underdog Fantasy, we're crushing it. This is over the week, and this is what just happened yesterday, guys. Could you ask for a better day? Now, my first thing, super important. If you guys want to make money on this apps, if you guys want to make money, period, well, you're already watching this video. So everybody watching this video should want to make money. If you guys actually want to make money, lock in on your sign-up bonuses. This is genuinely my best advice for anybody trying to make money on sports. Claim your sign-up bonuses, max them out. So this is PrizePicks, this is Underdog. Signing up with code BAM on PrizePicks and Underdog. Once you play your first $5, you can get up to $200 on these apps. If you win on your PrizePicks entry, you get $150. Underdog, they don't care if you win or lose, you get $50. Sign up with code BAM on PrizePicks and Underdog. Those are my 2 favorite apps for sure when it comes to DFS betting. And when it comes to straight picks, Rebet is definitely the way to go. I know a lot of you guys like to run straight picks when it comes to NFL time, and we're less than a month away. So lock in using code FFBAM on Rebet. It is a $100 deposit bonus. So whatever you put up to $100, they're giving it right back. So you guys can make $300 by using code FFBAM on Rebet and code BAM on PrizePicks and Underdog. If you are not on any of these apps yet, if you're not on one of these apps yet, lock in, take the next 3 minutes out of your day and sign up for an app, get some money into your account, and start making money on the app as well. Now, let's get into the picks for today. Like I said, we got some esports and we got some WNBA, and we're going to talk about our strategy real quick first of all. By the way, if you don't like math, you can skip ahead. If you want to just play slots, casino, and you really just don't care about math or anything, you can skip the next couple of minutes ahead. I'll get into the picks. But the math is super important. That's what we're going to talk about right now. And we're going to talk about exactly why Underdog Fantasy is the best app. Because Underdog Fantasy has changed the game when it comes to their 4-man flex playouts. And I will literally tell anybody who, even if they don't want to hear about it, I'm telling them about this, because this is changing the game of sports betting. They have basically made it so that on a DFS app, you can get minus 107 bets in, minus 106 nearly. What do I mean by this? I mean that for Underdog Fantasy, the 4-man flex pays out 7.2x for a 4 out of 4, 1.8x for a 3 out of 4. If you guys don't know what it is over on PrizePicks, well, it's like this. It's 5x for a 4 out of 4 and 1.25x for a 3 out of 4. In other words, it's fucking horrible, right? It's actually horrendous on PrizePicks. And PrizePicks is not the only app. There's a whole bunch of other apps that have it very similar to that 5x and 1.25x. Underdog has it at 7.2x and 1.8x. It is insanely good. If you crunch the numbers, if you do the math, basically what this means is you got to hit at a 51.8%. That's it. If you hit it at 51.8% on every single one of your picks on the long run, you will break even. So if you hit at 52%, you're making money. 53%, you're making money. 54%, 55%, you're making a killing. And if you're hitting at the percentage points that we hit on the VIP, which is 60% plus on your individual picks, you are robbing Underdog Fantasy simply. That is exactly what you're doing. And most people, though, they don't use their brains. They don't use math. They don't really do any pen and paper when it comes to betting away their money, which I would never understand. But at least you guys watch YouTube, understand, and learn some stuff. Most people play the 57% bar, which is a two-man power on PrizePicks, because people think, well, it's just 2 picks. It should be easier. It should be making more money. You might win more slips, but you will lose in the long term because you need to win 57% of your bets in order to break even with two-man powers. It makes no sense, guys. If you're betting two-man powers on PrizePicks today, stop what you're doing. Go get some help. And by help, I mean sign up for Underdog Fantasy and play your 4-man flexes because you will be making more money. If you're hitting at a 57% rate and you're not making any money on PrizePicks, go to Underdog, play the exact same slips, play them as a 4-man flex, and you will profit. It is simply that easy. Now, sign up with code BAM, by the way, on PrizePicks Underdog if you haven't already. PrizePicks is very good for some stuff like correlation, like we showed literally just today with the esports stuff. So I'm not saying PrizePicks is a horrible app. I'm just saying if you guys want to take straight picks, man, take them on Underdog Fantasy and throw them in a parlay. Now, getting into the picks for today, we're starting it off with Veronica Burton on the under 20.5 points and assists. The WNBA has been very, very good to us, and we're going to start it off with, we only got one game today, but this is going to be the play for the WNBA. It's going to be Veronica Burton on the under, and this is a lovely pick once again. So if we look at this, first of all, on the defensive side, right? What is the matchup like? This is probably the most important thing when it comes to basketball, more important than really past performance or anything else. Well, how is the matchup, right? This is a top 5 points defense and a top 6 assist defense. In other words, this is a tough ass defense. And she has hit this on the under in 4 out of the 6 games where she's played up against Dallas kind of recently. So it makes sense to hit her on the under. Additionally, in 2026, this season, she's hit the under in 74% of games, guys. It is not even close the amount of times that she's hitting on the under versus hitting on the over. This line is too high. And it's not like there is a certain huge injury for this game. No, there's no huge injuries for this game. You can look at the reports. There is genuinely nothing massive to say that the guard position will be severely different than what it is in a usual night for this Golden State Valkyries offense. Now, look at this. The best stat that I could give you guys as well. It's going to be, well, what we found over on Daily Grind Fantasy. If you're not on Daily Grind Fantasy, by the way, what are you doing? It helps you make better bets every single day just by using the own prices of the apps against them. So this is what's called Plus EV. If you haven't heard about Plus EV, this is a 20-second explanation. Basically, you find a pick like Veronica Burton, and you see Underdog's got her at 20.5. All right, that's our bar. We think 20.5 is fair value. Now what do? We check it with 3, 4, 5 other apps. FanDuel, they've got it at 19.5. DraftKings has it at 20.5, but they got it at minus 130, so it's obviously favoring on the under. Bovada's got it at 19. Bettor's got it at 19. PrizePicks has it at 20. Parlay Play's got it at 20.5, but it's a minus 140 pick for them. So what is this telling us, right? Other apps that have it at 20.5, they're all favoring it on the under, and every other app just has it at 19.5. So what does this mean? This means that Underdog at 20.5 is simply too high. So we can lock in the under on Underdog and make some money. They do the math and they show that this is a 53.5% chance of cashing according to these other books, because these books are obviously sharp. I'd rather trust 6 books all saying the under than trust Underdog saying to take the over, right? So we can go over to Underdog where the lines are mispriced and hit the under for Veronica Burton. If you guys want a tool like this to just find popular bets every single day, not popular bets, profitable bets, and then just hit refresh and do it every single day, do it again, do it again, do it again. Well, all you got to do is hit the link in the description of this video. Use code BAM25 on Daily Grind Fantasy, and you will get 25% off your first month. Now, that's going to be play number 1, Veronica Burton. Play number 2, obviously going to the other side of the ball. We're taking Paige Beckers on the over at 28.5 PRA. You saw her in the thumbnail, guys, and we're running it back. She's hit this in 3 straight games, going for 35, 33, and 41 PRA. And in that last game, she didn't even need the R or the A. She hit 29.5 or 29 points, period. Already cashing this with points alone. So I think that's going to happen this game. Yeah, maybe not. Probably not, because it is a tougher defense. But guys, this is once again an elite play. I know this head-to-head matchup has been difficult in the past, but she is genuinely playing better than ever. Her minutes are on the uptick, 31 minutes, 34 minutes, 36 minutes in her last game. So I expect a lot of minutes for this one for Beckers, and I expect this one to be a close game. 6.5 points spread for Dallas. Yeah, going against Dallas or the Dogs. It does make sense this is going to be a closer game. The star player, of course, is going to play a ton down the stretch. And I like Paige Beckers to get 29 or more points plus rebounds plus assists in this game. Now, those are going to be our 2 WNBA picks. And guys, I'm not done there. Because if you want to take 2 mains on Underdog Fantasy, I don't got a problem with it. The number, if anybody's curious, the number is 53.5% to be break even if you're only taking 2-man powers on Underdog Fantasy. Right? That's a huge difference, by the way, from 57% on PrizePicks. But we're not going for a 2-man power. We're going for a 4-man flex because that is the best slip type in the world right now. So what are we doing? We're locking in Flackhead and Calliste on the under and the over. And these are 2 guys over on Esports. So if you're confused about Esports, if you've never even heard of that word, let me break it down real quick. We are betting on professional video game players. And if you guys understand the real mechanics of the video game, the real schematics, what is actually happening in these games, what are the coaches doing? How does the game flow? You can find correlated bets just like this one. And if you are skeptical about this, you're like, well, does this even work? Look no further than what happened less than 24 hours ago when I sent this pick out to the Discord server. We cashed out. This right here is a correlated 2-man on Esports. That's what we're doing right here. We're chucking in a correlated 2-man on Esports. Let's break it down real quick, real fast. So we got Flackhead playing for GX, and we got Calliste playing for KOY. Let me see if I can draw this out. Okay, we're back. I gotta get the mouse out, but basically, we got 2 teams right here in League of Legends. This game is called League of Legends, and it is an esport. This team GX is who Flackhead plays for, this guy right up at top. And then KC is the team that Calliste plays for. Now, breaking this down very simply, if you win the game in League of Legends, these guys are going to play 2 maps, right? These guys play 2 maps. If you win the game in League of Legends, you get more kills. Almost double or even triple the amount of kills that the opposing team gets because obviously they lost the game, right? This is simply how the game flows. It's different from other esports, right? You can't just think if this is how League of Legends works, this is how Counterstrike works. No. League of Legends is different, okay? And when KC are favored to win this game by a ton, so I'll show you guys the odds. We can go over to, say, ThunderPick right here. Pretty popular site for betting on esports. We can see this. GX, or Giant X, right, are favored at plus 400 to win this. Carmine Corp are minus 769. And it's not just that, guys. We can see that Carmine Corp are to win minus 1.5, right? So basically to clean sweep the best of 3 series, to win both games in a row, they're a minus 182 favorite. So that's a pretty solid favorite. That's probably around what? 60, no, more than 60, like 63% chance of winning. I'm not sure. That's kind of off the dome. But point is, there's a good chance that both of these games, that is a horrible arrow, both of these games go to KC, right? So when that happens, Calliste is going to get more kills, and Flackhead is going to get less kills in this case. He's going to get less kills. So that's why we're taking Flackhead on the under and Calliste on the over. In particular, I like the bot laners for the over on the winning team. And now we're getting into a little bit more of an advanced thing when it comes to which positions. But the point is, this guy plays for the much weaker team who is projected to lose, and this guy plays for the much stronger team. Also important thing, this game goes live at I think around 1:15 Eastern time. So lock this shit in fast because this isn't going to go live late at night when WNBA does. Point being, esports is genuinely one of the easiest things to bet on. Or not easiest, I mean, you got to know ball. But esports is one of the most profitable things to bet on because the bar for ball knowledge is way lower. Genuinely way lower. Not many people know about it. If I watch esports every day of the week, if I study these esports, look at the previous trends, use AI to my advantage when it comes to building models, I will make money on esports, and we have done consistently. So lock these 2 picks on esports. If you guys want to find this, it is under the League of Legends tab. And yeah, let's make some money, guys. 4-man flex. Please flex this play. Do not take this as a power play. That's all I got. I appreciate y'all watching. Let's make some money again.